YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here. We're going to go kick it off back in the Carthage campaign. So let me load that up. I guess I should have already done that, but oh well. I just want to give you all a little announcement. I will be playing the Caesar and Gaul campaign from release and give you all a look at what it's going to be like. I'm pretty excited about it. Supposedly quite a bit different in many respects than the current campaign, in the sense that it's got shorter turn times and a more focused campaign map, more focused character. I kind of almost expect it to maybe be a little bit more like Napoleon's campaigns were in the Napoleon Total War. And I kind of liked some of the campaigns okay in Napoleon, even though it wasn't my overall favorite Total War game. But if this works, I kind of have to question like whether or not they couldn't do an expansion for the Punic Wars. Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. And then an Alexander expansion would be super cool. I mean, I can just think of a whole bunch of these that'd be really neat. And then I think some people wonder whether or not they'll make a similar barbarian invasion type expansion for Rome 2. Lots of questions out there on what they'll do for the game. I do hope the campaign in this game is lots of fun. I do think there's a lot of work that needs to be done on multiplayer still, but as of yet, the campaign is quite fun. Alright, so I intended to build a building here in Athens. Can't remember exactly what it was. Let me go down this. I think the building I wanted to build might only be available in the capital. I do believe. Let's go to buildings. Carthaginian or Hellenistic, I guess. Carthage falls under here. At least I thought they did. Select a culture, Hellenistic, Carthage. Okay, whatever. No. Let's go back. Provincial capital. Let's see, military. Oh, there's Carthage. No! Back. Military. I'm doing this all kinds of wrong. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. So apparently it can only be built in the capital. I was going to build one of these buildings because if I ramp it up, that is +5 morale upon recruitment, +3 experience, +20 melee infantry, or infantry melee defense. That's not bad. If you go down this one, it's +20% melee infantry attack, which is pretty cool, plus a big charge bonus too. And, yeah, I mean, that one would be pretty sweet. They've got one for cav and missiles as well. I just wanted to test that building out as I've never gotten to use it. Maybe I'll find out it's not really worth what I think it is, but I would be curious to see it. Okay, so that's the Seleucids, Bactria, some of these other factions, Carthage. Well, that's interesting. Carthage can go all the way up to, no, wait. Can Carthage build such a thing? Monument of Leonidas? Doesn't seem like something they'd be able to build, but it says they can. I don't know. That's probably for the Spartans. This one down here is probably for Carthage. Yeah, that makes sense. Monument to Leonidas, huh? That's pretty cool. Alright, anyway, I'll quit poking around in the encyclopedia. Let me get my episode timer going here. I'm going to be cranking out a lot of Carthage campaign between now and December 17th, because I believe that's when the launch of the Caesar and Gaul is. So I will be pushing that. I might just build this temple to Baal-Hamon in Sparta, and then tear down this one in Athens and build that extra military building that I want. So let's do that. Okay. Popadeva is all kinds of upset, but that's probably because I just captured Anthea here. And we're still converting the populace, which is still at a standstill because of these Macedonian agents being here. I wish I could betray those agents. Okay. Yeah, it's still at a standstill with Punic culture. But we can build another temple here to help drive that, and then the other building I'll build here will just focus more towards economy. And then we can convert that port. And let's see, I can build an amphitheatron to boost public happiness. Okay. We started a war with the Seleucids. Remember we captured Cyrene on the on the last turn of my last episode, I believe. And let's see if there's anything else I need to do on this turn. That army's recruiting. This army's recruiting. We haven't quite yet started the war with Knossos, but I can take this army out of a forced march. In fact, I'm going to drop it into a, let's see, forced march, stance, raiding, ambush, I'm going to go into a fortify stance. I don't think Knossos will attack me, but just in case. And let's see, if I remember right, I was actually right here off the coast of Knossos. But we need to end this turn before I can attack them. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let me just check for, yep, we got some stuff that needs to be taken care of here. I'm going to open up Strategist, because I want to get the night battles available on these guys before the end of this campaign. I haven't done such a good job of that yet. And I think we can end the turn here. See what happens. I wish I would have put on turn end, like watch some of the limited movement. That wasn't an option actually when I started this campaign, which is a long time ago. And some of the turn ends were kind of bad still whenever I started this campaign, so it's not something that I can go back and change.
Blood and honor has bound us in friendship now.
That's why I was training that army, because look, the Sessatani have ended their pact. So I'm going to immediately go to war with the Sessatani if that army in Carthago Nova is ready. Getae are attacking Macedon, so I'm going to enter the war on the side of my ally, which is Macedon. We'll join them. I have plenty of resources to do so, I believe. Had a mercenary veteran die here. Let's see if I can recruit a veteran to replace him. Nope, because I already have veterans elsewhere. That stinks. What can I recruit down here, agent-wise? Oops. Can recruit a spy or a judge. A judge may not be a bad thing. Ooh, kind of like that. This guy helps convert culture faster, so we'll recruit him and I'll embed him in that army. I like having an agent in the armies if I can. Let's see. Where are all my... Get this guy here. Oh, he was trying to take out this agent of Knossos. Let's try it again. Try and coerce this guy again.
The gods guide my hand.
Yeah, I don't care, whatever. Well, actually, I don't want to declare war just yet. Let's see. I'm just about ready to declare war, though. Ooh, yeah, we can totally do a landing against Knossos. They have a pretty substantial navy and army here, it looks like. I think I want to land my army. So we're trespassing against Knossos, which I do not care. Oh, they're still in double time here.
I live to serve the mighty Carthage.
I'm actually just going to leave this army where it's at in the field over the end of this turn. I could attack, but I kind of want my navy to reinforce. Well, I guess my navy still can reinforce, but they're in the... Well, actually, I kind of wonder. Double time. You get more movement rate, minus line of sight, minus 25% morale. That's not good. Yeah, I'm actually going to wait a turn and get these guys are actually probably going to get ambushed on the end of this turn, come to think of it. But they should be able to hold their own in an ambush. That may not have been the smartest move I just made. I should have gotten them out of that stance. In fact, I can just put them back on the ships and just kind of move over to here. And I'll take them out of that forced on the next turn, and then we'll commence the war at that point. Little bit of a misfire there. Okay. Let's go prepare for war with the Sessatani, which I must have been predicting. Ooh, I can train African elephants, plus I have an elephant general. Don't mind that at all. And I'm going to get some late Carthaginian hoplites in this army too. Probably 4 of them. I'm going to need some skirmishers as well. The Sessatani just broke their pact with me. They're not necessarily going to attack me right this instant. but they may try and attack me. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually going to upgrade this temple to Tanit up here and that farm while I'm at it. And I may raise an army over here. I have a Sodoros barracks. I'm not sure. We'll see. Some of you have asked why I'm not upgrading all these buildings, and it's because when you get into further upgrades with buildings like all these, notice that it takes food. I've only got so much food, and I don't want to use up my whole supply. Some of them have public order negatives as well, so see, this one's minus public order. So you don't want to just upgrade buildings for the sake of upgrading them. It's not the same as it is in previous Total Wars, so it's something to be aware of. Okay, let's see. Popadeva might just straight up revolt. Punic culture is on the rise, and we're about to finish a couple of temples on the next turn, so should be in fine shape, really, to be honest. Even if it revolts, I can put down the revolt, so not a big worry in the end. We can build this training field now like I want to, so pretty excited about that. I've got my recruiting going on. In Carthago, I believe I have a full-blown army. I do. That's a full-on army. And I may recruit another army in Carthago, just in case there's a civil war. I'll have 2 armies in the region. I'm just kind of barely holding on to more power than the other dynasties. Looks like I can secure yet another promotion. Secure promotion for that guy, too. We got a lot of promotion securing that we can do here. You can see that securing those promotions temporarily takes down my my influence with the judges. Looks like the other dynasties actually have a lot of influence right now. It seems like everything you do takes away judge support. It doesn't always seem to be real clear how you gain judge support. But in any case, I'm not too terribly worried about it. I'm going to build that better barracks, and I'm actually going to raise another army here in Thapsus, just in case we run into a civil war scenario. I want to be very well armed. But again, I don't guess that necessarily means that these guys might not betray against me either. In a civil war scenario, maybe the other commanders turn against you. I don't know how that works. Because all these guys are Hananid or other dynasty. Rally, Second Wind, Warcry. I'm going to take this guy and raise an army. Looks like he's already somewhat experienced.
I live to serve the mighty Carthage.
I'm going to put him into Thapsus, and I'll start recruiting troops for him. I think I have mostly sword units up here. Yeah, I got a good mix of everything. I'll do the same thing here. Just start off with some pikes, and I'll mix in some swords and other items as well. Alright, so I think we're pretty well off for the moment. Let's go ahead and end this turn and see what happens. Man, I'm getting excited to attack Knossos here. This looks like it's going to be a nice big fight. Looking forward to it. I don't want to do a full-on naval invasion of Knossos, though, because my transport ships, when they unload, the cav and the elephants won't be on elephant or horseback. I had another veteran die. The one that was in this army, that stinks. I kind of needed him. Had a judge increase in rank, so let's take these guys out of Rohard. We'll put them into no stance. And I'm going to unload my troops right here. And then I'm going to go back to this navy. And I'm going to bring it around and blockade. So I'm going to declare war on Knossos. And I'm going to maintain the blockade with my navy. And then I'm going to assault the city with my army. So now my navy can reinforce. And I'll use their artillery ships and everything to try and bring about some good action. This is actually really not the best army, but it's enough to get the job done, I think. Yeah, it's just a bunch of hoplite spam. Well, I say that. May not really be enough to get the job done. I only have 1 ballista, and these pikes really aren't all that good. Fortunately for me, they've leveled up somewhat. Just an entire army of raiding Himalaya. archers. These guys are gonna have a lot of skirmishers, so it's a good thing that I've got a couple of cav units and those elephants. Let's see. Ooh, I could do a night attack and they don't get their reinforcements. Yeah, that cuts out a lot of their... It cuts out their naval reinforcements, but I still get mine, so that might be a good way to go, because then I can focus the artillery fire of my navy on their land forces, and I would be better off. So yeah, we're going to attempt a night attack on, however you say this, yeah, whatever, I can't say it. But I'm going to put the control large army and night attack. We could encircle them, but I don't see any sense of that. Let's just go ahead and assault. This is going to be cool. I don't know if you all got to see a night attack yet in this campaign, so hopefully you enjoy this, and it's going to involve navy and army, so that ought to be pretty exciting. I'm going to use my ballista, hopefully to its best effect at killing as many infantry as possible. They do have more skirmishers than me, but I'm not massively worried about their skirmishers. And remember, I have 3 ballista ship too, that once I take care of their little pitiful garrison fleet, I can pull those ballista ship up to the beach and start unloading on their infantry as well if they're within range. So my biggest goal is going to be to kill as much enemy infantry as I can, because if I had a big army full of Libyan infantry, I wouldn't be worrying. But my army of African pikes, I'm less confident in their abilities. So let's start the deployment. So here we are in a night battle. And let's see. I'm going to use my pikes to kind of zone out this area. I do have some skirmishers. I have these Libyan peltists. Pikemen and the pike phalanx. These sword units, I'm going to try and see if I can use them to possibly break through over here. And then my remaining pike units, I'll use them to push in from this flank here. And then I'm just going to put some cav. I'm going to put 1 unit here. 1 unit here to maybe sneak behind everything, and then I'm going to put my general over here as well to maybe hit someone from a flank. So here's the overall deployment. My navy will be coming in from out here, so let's start the battle.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Oh, I forgot to bring my ballista into position. So that's going to take a minute to bring up here. That was a mistake. Looks like there's some... Wait a minute, these guys weren't supposed to be able to reinforce, I didn't think, because I did a night attack. That's frustrating. Where's my fleet? What? I said I had reinforcements. Where's my fleet? That seems ridiculous. Am I not going to get my fleet? Well, whatever. I'm going to take these guys out one way or the other. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to take this cav. And if they're going to come up here and try and land... Oh, they already landed some ships. I'm going to go see if I can get some easy kills on some skirmishers. Do some raids with my cav. If they're going to land all those skirmishers, that's crazy. I don't get my reinforcements. Huh. That seems wacky. But they got theirs. I thought the night attack was supposed to keep them from getting their reinforcements. And they sure enough got theirs.
Cavalry! Act for glory!
I found a bunch of skirmishers over here, and they're unsupported. So I'm just going to get my Carthaginian cav into them. I'm going to bring this other unit in here too and try and mop up as many of their skirmishers as I can. I'm going to go after those javelin real quick. And I'll pin down the rest of these skirmishers here. So since the AI is not really protecting these guys well, I'm going to get as many kills as I can right here. I'm just going to try and silence some of these skirmishers so that they can't shoot me with their missiles. AI looks like it's finally reacting with some spear units over here, but that's okay. I can get out of this fight before they get here. And I will have killed hundreds of their skirmishers here for almost no loss. Okay. Time for me to come over here to the beach and try and get a bunch of these skirmishers. We were quite successful in that little raid. And they are chasing me with their spears, but I'm just going to ignore them. I took some losses pulling out of that fight with the spears. Your guys still sometimes have a little trouble disengaging. Notice I've got 2 guys up here trying to engage with the spears. But all these skirmishers are going to be very vulnerable. But now that my guys have lost their they've taken a lot of hit point damage, these javelin men are actually pretty dangerous to cav if you have enough of them. Because it doesn't take long for your cav to kill them, but in the time that it takes your cav to kill them, they can get off a volley or 2, which is extremely damaging. So it's important to keep your cav moving. Of course, you don't want to just straight up pull out of a lot of engagements, but these guys are paying for themselves. 560 kills on one of them. And then I'm just going to pull my ballista up in front here.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. So I've destroyed most of their reinforcing troops. They were just kind of crummy troops. They'll have more coming in by sea because they have a ton of these javelin raiding ships. I'm going to pull my cav back out and let them rest. They've definitely earned their pay there, taking out all those skirmishers, which could otherwise have been pretty dangerous to my men. My ballista are almost in position. We're going to have to play the patience game here, unfortunately. But I definitely want to keep these cav alive until late game. That way I can use them to run down any skirmishers as necessary. But yeah, we just shattered a lot of these peltist and other units here. Yeah, 342 kills and 606 kills on another, so very much worth it. Okay, my ballista is in position, and I'm going to target this unit right here because the missed shots ought to hit this general there in the citizen cav. So let's see. That wasn't really the best shot. There we go. Yeah, took out 6 of the enemy cav there with the mist. Getting some nice hits here with my ballista. Some of these misses might hit these hoplites back here in the back as well. Oh, that was a pretty good shot, I thought. Another pretty good shot. Yeah, we got a lot of hoplites dropping here now. I'm going to target that general with a volley real quick. Just want to kind of soften up these units here. Nothing. Not expecting to just completely destroy him. If I kill the general, though, that's not going to hurt. I'm going to fire one more volley into that general, even though it's basically dead. I'm going to change to the target to this hoplite real quick. Again, when you target these units up front, the overshots will hit the units behind them, which is pretty useful when you're using this standard shot, because you can see here that shot would have been a miss, but it hit all these units behind it. So sometimes it's not a bad idea to target the unit up front, definitely not the one in back. I mean, yeah, sometimes you fire some shots that land short, but it seems like most of them actually go a little long. So I find it helpful to target units that are up front, actually. I'm going to halt for just a second with that ballista. Now I'll target this unit that's coming up front. And the same thing, all my shots that are rolling back will do some killing for me. Look, here's the enemy general right here. We're right behind him. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a ballista shot kill the general. See what happens. Just let my ballista keep firing for a minute. Got some more reinforcements coming in by sea. Okay, time to halt the ballista there, because the AI likes to shift its troops around. When you start damaging one of them, they'll shift them. And since they have no skirmishers here too, I'm actually going to run up my my peltist here in a minute and really give it to these guys too. I want to really soften up their infantry before I make my assault. That way hopefully I can be much more effective with my infantry. I don't want to lose all my infantry. I just don't feel real confident about pikes right now in this state of the game. Or else otherwise I would attack. I mean, if this were patch 1 or 2, I mean, my pikes would just decimate these guys, even though they're kind of buggy. I mean, they should be able to get up here and decimate these guys. Pikes are really best only defensively right now. They're not very good on offense because they're always losing their formation. Ballista, hit their general, hit their general. Target this unit that's moving up. My ballista has killed 273 men, which I'd say pretty much pays for itself. I'm gonna target this general one more time here, see if I can kill him.
His mother repeatedly dropped him on his head. He's an officer. Better than us.
Oh, so close. The guy next to the general died. We even killed some of those hoplites. The general's wavering right now, which is fantastic for me. Ha! General routs. Shatters off the battlefield. How's that for morale? Chumps. I'm going to save one volley on my javelins too before I begin an infantry engagement. And I'm going to use that volley to fire flaming javelins. And of course I'll be doing that to try and drive the morale down before an assault, and then I'll combine that with my war elephants. And as those units shatter, you'll notice that there's more of these stupid javelin units coming in from out here to sea. Okay, well this ought to be fun. My ballista ended up, looks like it has just a teeny bit of ammo left, 375 kills. Looks like one more volley. 384 kills. Oh, 390. Oh, come on. We can. Oh, yeah. 400 plus
One of
kills.
our units has used all its ammunition.
Here comes the last volley, I believe. Yep. So, Ballista got 403, 407 kills in the end. I'd say that was pretty darn effective. And I'm going to bring these pikes. Whoops. I'm going to bring these pikes right up behind my skirmishers, just in case the AI rushes them. So let's see. I'm gonna do some targeted orders here with my peltist. These guys have a 40 missile attack, which isn't the best for javelins in the game, but it's pretty dang good. So here we go. I'm gonna start unleashing volleys. Retreat, because I'm being chased by hoplites. And of course I'm just going to retreat behind my pikes. If the hoplites want to attack me, they can feel free. It's a suicide mission. When you move like close enough to enemy units with your javelins, they just charge you. It must be how it's programmed, but I just don't want to waste all my javelins on one unit. I'm going to take out that slinger though. I hate wasting ammo on a slinger, but I don't want him killing my peltist or my hoplites. Can't afford that.
What are your orders? Peltist! No!
He's gonna spread out the damage my peltist. Those slingers are goners.
Find your target! Peltist! Missile! My lord! No! Ready! Peltist! Our orders!
Why do your peltists take so long to turn around after issuing an order? That's annoying. Wish they'd turn and fire, make them a little more effective skirmishing. I got plenty of ammo left though, folks. So I'm gonna be... Whoa, why'd you run so far forward? Missile units don't take the orders the best. Like, clicked attack orders, they do better on fire at will. It's just I don't want all my guys focus firing on just the unit up front. But I don't know, we can do it real quick just to see if I can get this over with quicker. You see their hoplites charging me again too. They're mad because I'm skirmishing them to death. They're not real pleased with it. And who would be? Oh, whoops. That hoplite's just going to straight out charge. Let's see if I can catch him with my pikes real quick. I'm just going to march forward. No idea what Knossos is doing here. Yeah, my pikes are going to slaughter these guys. Pikes may not be the best, but a damaged hoplite unit is definitely not a match for him. The high armor helps hoplites against pikes, but again, these guys are goners. Gonna drop them relatively quick. You can see that's the biggest problem with pikes, is they're just not very offensive. They even still took a couple of losses to this hoplite unit, which is nuts. I mean, they should have just out and out slain it. But their attack power is crummy because they just don't push forward real good, and they're not presenting as many pikes on the front row as they used to because of their loose formation. I have no idea why someone thought it would be a good idea to put pikes in loose formation, but they are. And it just, I mean, it ruins the idea of pikes in general. So that's one of the things that CA really needs to change that they haven't spent any time changing. They just unloaded some javelins right here next to my Libyan infantry, hoping to get some pot shots. So I'll put an end to that little dream. Just take out those javelins over there. Put my peltist on fire at will. Again, I'm going to save their last volleys and throw some flaming javelins before I attack. And I'll time that attack with my elephants too, and I bet we can cause a mass rout, especially since the general's gone.
Libyan infantry!
Okay. Get my peltist out of here. I'm gonna lose a few of my peltist here. It's okay, we've lured this hoplite unit into the front of my waiting pikes as well. So that hoplite unit's gonna be doomed. Take these guys out of fire at will.
Loyal sons of Carthage!
Okay, we routed some more javelin men as they were getting off the ships over here. Let's see if we can shatter that unit so it won't come back and throw javelins at me later. There we go. My Libyans could probably cut through most all of those hoplites, but I'm going to wait until I can give them some support rather than risking that. Watch these hoplites die over here. These guys are doing worse versus my pikes because my pikes are more defensive. Again, pikes and hoplites both are better as defensive units. They're still not as good as they should be, but I mean they definitely do better when they're positioned as defensive units rather than offensive. Come on, get out of my way. I'm trying to move them over here. Alright. See, what do we have here? They've got one unit of javelin men there. They've got some of their spear or peltist over here now. I wonder if those guys have spear support. What are these units? Javelin men. I'm gonna take my cav on another raid here. Oh gosh, they're already charging my peltist. Pull back. I should have just left my guys on skirmish since I didn't mean to pay attention there. Because I'm losing peltist unnecessarily. That's okay, we've lured their hoplites right back into my waiting pikes. So we'll just kill more of their hoplites. If there's no spear support over here, I'm going to run a quick raid on these exposed skirmish units. I'm going to spread my forces out real wide so that their javelins are going to be less effective. So yeah, oh, there is a spear unit there. I'm going to call off that attack. Because even though I might be able to get one or two of their peltist units, I'll end up having to pull out before... Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Infantry ready. Double time, my lord. Pikemen.
Accidentally grabbed some of my pikes with that click and drag order. No, 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 no.
Cavalry.
Okay, got my cav safe. I'm gonna start pushing. These pikes forward here. And I'm just gonna march my pikes forward to this point.
Marching order.
And I'm gonna put these guys into flaming mode. I'm gonna run forward real quick, let them release a couple of volleys.
Pikemen are waiting order!
And I'm gonna time that flaming volley with an elephant attack here.
Double time! Pike infantry ready! Proud sons of Carthage! Fire! Orders! Stand to leaders!
There we go.
We await your orders!
I used my peltist and got a real good flaming javelin attack on almost all of the units over here. So they're already wavering just from my infantry, and then with my elephants now, look what happened there. Just immediate rout. Alright.
Our general is under attack!
gonna make sure my own javelins aren't flying here. No, 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 no. Nope, nope. Accidentally screwed up an attack order. Okay, so what the... The spear unit chased me clean out of the city over here. These guys are determined. And of course it's gonna make me lose like 10 or 15 guys even though I was pulling away before it attacked me. Once their infantry goes into charge mode, they get a speed boost and like all kinds of stuff. Okay, my general is under missile fire, which is not preferable. These javelin men routed even though I was running my general away. Actually, let's get my general back here. Take out these javelins. That spear unit's now completely out of position.
Pikemen at your command! Our orders! We await your orders! Pikes ready!
Okay, let's take these pikes that I misclicked an order on last time. Move this way. Let's take my peltis that way as well. And now that we're free to, I'm going to run an assault over here.
Cavalry! Four elephants! Riders, advance!
Is there some reason why these guys aren't dead yet?
As you wish! Melee cavalry ready!
That's a nuisance. I'm going to chase down some of these routing units with that cav.
Four elephants!
And I'm going to chase down these skirmishers with my general here before they throw flaming arrows at me. Whoa, look at this blob of men. This is going to be a risk, but I can't ignore this. I have to go for this mob. I'm going to drop a war cry here. I'm just going to see if I can let my elephants go to town on these guys over here, and I'll run reinforcements up there. Yeah, look, that big blob of men is wavering. Oh, really? My general died all of a sudden. Yeah. He did get 500 kills. And my general died. What a ripoff. Come on, he was pwning those guys. It just like all of a sudden dropped my general to nothing, but at the same time killed all the enemy units.
Our men flee the field of battle.
I find that a little bit suspect.
This is a shameful display.
And I just lost a horse unit to the spears because I wasn't paying attention. Good grief. I hate how the AI is like so persistent, yet somehow I'm stupid enough to not remember sometimes.
The men are wavering.
We await your orders! Pikemen are awaiting orders! Pike infantry ready!
Alright,
Cavalry! Pikemen awaiting.
I need to get more proactive here. Oh, all these units back here fled. So those were the ones that I hit with my general. Let's bring some reinforcements up here. Sorry folks, I'm not doing a very good job of micromanaging this battle. I'm just trying to have fun, to be honest. I've mismanaged things, but we'll easily take out Knossos, and I can, of course, replenish any troops that I need to. See if we can get in behind these troops. They've got some more militia hoplites and other units over here, but I'm just going to get my cav away so these guys don't start targeting my cav. Turn this pike that way. Attack from behind there. You know, I actually might be able to get those peltists real quick with that cav.
Pikemen! Ready! Attack! For combat!
The men are wavering.
Pikemen awaiting orders.
Which men are wavering? Oh, one of my pike units got routed. That doesn't surprise me, they're pretty crappy. Got routed by militia hoplites of all things. See how when I click attack orders and these guys run away, my guys do push in. It just does weird things. And yeah, they're chasing my cav now. So I'm just going to click an attack order all the way across the map. These pikes have a bad position, and it's just making them lose a lot more men than they should. I'm going to come up here and give these guys a taste of my peltist.
Guards of Carthage! Infantry ready!
Yeah, I'm going to let my Peltas finish off this militia hoplite unit there. We've captured the town center. Alright, so even without my naval reinforcements, which would have been quite handy here, we've easily defeated the Knossos armies. Forgot I had my guys on flaming missiles, so they didn't really cause any damage. Those militia hoplites are not going to stop chasing my men. Actually, they did for just a minute, so I'm going to turn around and whack them with javelins.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright. We're going to pin these militia hoplites up with my Libyan infantry, so that's going to be a slaughter, actually. My Libyan infantry will take those guys out. Libyan infantry are actually probably the most worthwhile infantry unit that Carthage has, other than Sacred Band, which can be quite worthwhile in the right situation as well. Both for a unit to inspire, and they're not bad if you get them into a pike phalanx. They're actually quite strong. Okay. Says there's one enemy unit way out here, which is just a skirmisher unit. My cav is way out in
The battle
Timbuktu.
is turning in our favor.
Oh, look at all these skirmishers sitting out here on the beach, too. Alright. That's going to be it for that battle. Sorry I screwed up so much stuff in that battle, but oh well. We took out Knossos. I killed 4,000 of their men for the loss of only 400. Could have done a lot better, but 10-1, whatever. Look at my general there. He died, but in a blaze of glory, taking down 589 with him. So, completely destroyed Knossos. Going to be the end of their capital, and then I will quickly take them out in Italy as well. Let's see. Hills inspired. Don't want the gravitas. Let's see. Minus 10 resistance to foreign occupation. That might not be bad. So we'll put him in there. We got a new elephant general. I lost a Carthaginian cav, which is pretty frustrating. We don't need this military building here, so I'm going to tear that down. And then I'm going to build this shrine to Melkwart, huh? Yeah, I'll build that shrine to Melkwart. Looks like we're otherwise in good shape here, and I should be able to re-recruit that Carthaginian. Ooh, I can even recruit Noble Cav. Sweet. They have a less prolonged melee power, but they're going to be fantastic on the charge. So almost can't say no to that. And I'll take another unit of elephants while I'm at it too. There we go. Just recruit a few units to bolster up that army. There we go. Knossos does have a little fleet here, a small one. They're on Rohard. Let's get this guy back into my army to do some military training. And then just quickly I want to take this army out of that stance and hit Patavium. And we can put a quick death blow on Knossos here, basically. I'm just going to auto-resolve this. Wow, they're really ripping me off on the auto-resolve, but whatever. That's right, kick him in the nuts, please. Thank you. And we're going to occupy again. So I'm going to tear down these temples of theirs. I'll build my own stuff on the next turn. Ooh, we have glasswares. Very nice. Very nice. That ought to help us if we get some trade agreements going. Alright, well that is all I'm going to do for this episode. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.